Hello everyone and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts with me, Firefly Gaming, and today we're looking at a big battleship brawl. In the previous episode like this, we did the US versus Japan. Now we're going to be doing Germany versus the British. Now, just like before, we controlled the Axis in this situation, as they were the underdogs in the fight. In this case, yep, it's going to be the German Empire again. Is our country of use versus the British, their old enemy. Let's go ahead and design our ship. Alright, so we're going to go for the biggest, the best ships that we can. Look at how big this thing is. It's even like poking out of the dry dock. That's okay though. I'm not sure how okay that is. But hey ho, it's a work in progress game. I'm not expecting to need too much speed, so we're gonna go with 22.5 knots. I don't care about that. Maximum bulkheads, geared turbine 2, oil burners, forced induction, auxiliary 4, shaft 2, Krupp 4, armor, heavy barbettes, anti-torp 2, because I don't know if we're going to be getting close enough for torpedoes, but just in case, reinforced bulkheads. Let's get some anti-flood in there, and you know they were the masters of turtleback, but I think we're going to be doing all or nothing on these ships. We're going to be going with heavy shells, because whatever it is, we're gonna be hitting them hard, smacking them hard. We're gonna go with auto turrets. We're gonna go with electro hydraulics. Tube powder would be nice, but I think we're gonna go with high TNT. We're probably not gonna be using that. Let's go with stereoscopic, so for long range accuracy. Let's go with probably Hydro 3, RDF radio, Gen 2 radar. We are at 70,000. Let's put on our towers and such before we mess with that kind of stuff. This is a big ship. Let's put it in there. And then let's put this in here. Let's get a funnel. Uber funnel. Let's check which size we can get away with. Can we get away with the smaller one? No. Yep. There we go. Barbettes. Hopefully we won't need any. Guns though. Now, we are gonna go with the big boy guns. The biggest that we can find. So that's already put us at 106 tons. 106,000 tons. I guess that's 102. And, well, it's not too bad, honestly. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 18-inch guns. Some big old guns. They are just Mark III, those. Mark III, though. Just Mark III. Man. The 13-inch guns actually have more range than the 14 inches. Interesting. So we are facing against enemy battleships. So realistically, I would like to have more big guns and more armor. So what we're going to do here is it enlarged, big enough? Is this really going to work? No. We got to have like a huge barbette. Okay. Dang, I can't move that anymore. Really? Okay, that works. Aft weight offset of 5.5%. That's 3%. It's 0.2. Let's go with 0.2. That's fine. So, again, we aren't looking necessarily for historic accuracy in this one, but we are looking for is some big old guns. Now, we have about 30,000 tons left in our scheme here, and you know, we're gonna go with some armor. Now, we are starting a little bit further away, so I want at least 8.5 deck and at least 6.5 deck extended, and we're gonna improve that if we can. Now, these 18-inch guns at 20,000 meters, they can punch through 21 inches of armor. So, yeah. And that's at belt. Deck it can punch through okay, yeah. So, we are going to be going and we're going to try and improve everything we can. We don't have any secondaries, so we can bring that down to 0. And we're going to bring the turrets up to 19 and a half. And we're going to bring the turret tops up to at least 9.5, because I don't want to lose any turrets if possible. The conning tower, we're going to put a ridiculous amount on. 40, because I don't want to lose the conning towers. Now let's get down to the belt. I'm going to see how high we can go. Can we go with 30 inches of belt armor? Oh god, this is crazy. No way. Okay, yeah. Let's go for like 27.5 and let's see how much belt extended we can put on. What about 27 flat? Okay. So we have 27 belt, 12 belt extended, 8.5 deck, 6.5 deck extended. Yeah, no, I don't think there's too much more that we can do. Yeah, okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is our battleship killer. Now, if we really wanted to be a battleship killer, we would be starting much closer with torpedoes, but this is a old-fashioned battleship brawl between Germany and their old enemies, the British. So let's go ahead and launch. The Dupleix class was a group of 3 armored cruisers built for the French Navy between 97 and 1904. These ships had a displacement of just north of 7.5 thousand tons and were armed with 2 twin 6.5-inch guns, 14 smaller guns, and 2 torpedo tubes. Their maximum speed was 20 knots. That's pretty good for a 1900s cruiser. Okay, so we have 3 super battleships versus what I suspect are not very good British ships by the look of that profile, but that's okay. We're not here to feel bad for the British. We're here to crush them. We have the Odin, the Nassau, and the Posen. The Odin, I believe, is our flagship. Maybe. Big guns. We can see that the rear turrets are still shifting, but these front turrets are on target. Look at this. Glorious German battleship line. 18-inch guns. I don't even know if the enemy can return fire. We are at 20 clicks. 12% accuracy, 15%, 15%, excellent. Let's go ahead and speed it up just a little. Can't really see too much there. We can see that they are returning fire, but it just pinged off. Look at that, alright. Okay, 14-inch gun hits us, 10 damage. We're hitting them. Oop, an extended stern belt, 200 some damage. That's a big hit. Let's check out these British battleships, which have at least 14-inch guns. Looks like they have 3 dual 14 inches, lots of casemates. These look more like 1920s, 1930s dreadnoughts than battleships, especially the World War II variety, but hey, it is what the AI gave us, and we are going to enjoy the show, everyone. We have shots coming in against this one here, in the front, and the rear one. I mean, we are taking some damage. We are at 98% on the Posen, and 99 on the NASA. And I mean, 14-inch guns are still, I mean, they're going to be accurate, and they're going to be firing much quicker than we are. Looks like our rear turrets aren't all involved, which is not what I want to see. Yeah, it looks like that rear turret is not quite able to rotate around the superstructure. So let's go ahead and let's turn out some. So that way our rear turrets can get in on the action. Because I would like to see all of our guns firing, as we did go for a much higher rate of fire. And you know, let's focus everything in on this leading ship. Ooh, those were some good hits. Let's slow it down some. You can see out there in the distance in the fog how our ships are doing. They're reloading remarkably fast for 18-inch guns. That is good. Still not entirely sure if we are getting... Yeah, no, we aren't getting our rear turrets involved nearly as much as I would like. Let's catch this broadside here. Not really the broadside, seems more like the front turrets. Big spouts of water up into the air. Oh, that was a good hit in the stern, right there in the belt line. Set it on fire. Look at these massive holes that we're putting in there. We have a big spread of rounds coming, and then we're going to go back to our ships and correct their course some. It's like we just clipped them there. That one hit the funnel and it went spinning off into the distance. Nice. Alright, let's get back to our fleet, because we need to turn out more. Much, much more. Let's rudder all the way over to starboard, so that way we can get our rear turrets in, especially with like the Posen back here. You can see that it's really just the front turrets that are firing, and well, we want them to be able to fire too. We want everybody to be able to fire. Now that is exposing our broadside, of course, but I think that we're armored enough to survive, so let's speed it up some. We're still targeting this front ship. Let's make sure that we are getting into our turn. Let's make sure that we're ruddering over, because for some reason when you do this, sometimes the rudder doesn't always check out. But it looks like we are able to finally get that done with the turn, and the rest of the fleet is joining us. But now let's kind of straighten up some. There we are, lots of incoming fire. We still have not yet identified. We are at 88%. I think they might have some 8-inch guns that are spewing HE out at us. I think that's what these guys are. Big hit on the on the bow deck. I think these are 18-inch guns, but they do have lots of little casemates down here, which are actually throwing out some pretty big shots. But yeah, it is definitely fire, so that means HE. HE at a very high rate. You can see our Odin over there on fire. The Battleship Russell, so 14-inch guns, 8-inch casemates, those are big casemates, 7-inch triple barrel, secondaries, 5-inch casemates, 2-inch casemates. Let's check out what they have going for them. Maximum bulkheads, which explains why they are being so survivable, 27 knots, so definitely faster than us. Less than half of our displacement